Hello and welcome back to the Movie Attic. I'm Mike, and as I've said before, this is the Attic where I discuss and review movies, DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks for all the nice people out there in YouTube land. As I might have alluded to in the last episode, today's big episode is Lake Michigan Monster. But before we jump into that, I have a brand new segment on the show called the Joke of the Month. Always trying to improve the show, although I don't think this will improve the show. So anyway, without further ado, this was recorded in the Attic studio earlier today, so take it away, Julius. So anyways, I says to Moito, what? Oh, we're on? Hi, folks. As Mike might have mentioned, this here's the Joke of the Month. As if this channel wasn't a joke enough. So anyway, it's not so much of a joke as it is a story. Just so happens the other day I was playing hide and seek. And I know what you're thinking. Hide and seek at your age. Well, what can I say? I'm young at heart. And I'll let you in on a little secret. Those women never did find me. So anyway, as my luck would have it, I end up getting severely injured in this game of hide and seek. And as you probably could have guessed, they took me to the ICU. I say they took me to the ICU. Hey, they can't all be winners, folks. Well, I guess that'll have to do it, because I'm a busy man, and I have a plane to catch, and my legs are already tired. So, back to you, Mikey. Good luck with the show. So anyway, here we're back. Thanks, Julius. He might not be the best comedian, but he seems to always hit his marks. Anyway, like I said, today's big movie is Lake Michigan Monster. Of course, as you can see with the thing at the bottom there, it was put out by Arrow Video. It's just a single Blu-ray disc. And if I can pop the disc out without breaking everything, it's got inside artwork. And of course, the back has, everything you'd want to know about the movie, I guess, the technical side of it, plus the bonus stuff. So, as always, I have a little sheet of paper. It's the same size sheet of paper, not as much written on it. It's from 2018 in black and white, 78 minutes long, with a 178 by 1 aspect ratio. I liken this movie to the predecessor or the test model for Hundreds of Beavers. It's basically made by the same people, or at least a couple of them. As you can see, I brought a beaver this time, but I wish I would have had it when I did that video, but I just recently got it, so I thought I'd add it into this video. Essentially, the story is this captain, supposedly a sea captain, Captain Seafield, his dad was killed by the Lake Michigan Monster, so he assembles this team of individuals. There's Nedge Pepsi, Sean Shaughnessy, and Dick Flynn, and so they concoct all these plans to get this Lake Michigan Monster. And towards the end of the movie, well, I don't know if it's halfway 3/4 of the way through the movie, the team's kind of disassembled, and some stuff happens. I can't really say because I don't want to spoil the movie, even though it's 7 years old. I think this was ultra low budget. It has a lot of the same kind of special effects that the Hundreds of Beavers had. So if you like that movie, you should like this one. Although this one wasn't quite as good. The story wasn't quite as strong. It could have went a bunch of different ways, and like I say, I watched that movie, Hundreds of Beavers, with my youngest son, and there was parts that we both laughed out loud for this movie, but it just didn't have the pack the punch that the Hundreds of Beavers did. The lead character, Captain Seafield, I don't know if his name's Ryland Tews, Tews. He wrote the thing. He stars in it. He's the guy that stars in Hundreds of Beavers as well. This one isn't quite as silent as that movie was. But I liked Captain Seafield. He kind of put me in mind of like a cross between Patchy the Pirate, Yellowbeard, if you know who Yellowbeard was, and Les Claypool, of all people, just the way his voice was and all that. But it had the same kind of humor that the Hundreds of Beavers had in it, and like I say, the special effects. I think they were just kind of cutting their teeth with this movie, and then when they made that one, they got it down pretty well. It's definitely not for children. There's not quite a bit, I guess. There's language in it, although there is nudity supposedly, but it's covered up. Hope I'm not spoiling anything there. But I discovered this movie because, of course, I think I might have mentioned in another episode, I told a coworker about this movie. They ended up watching it, but anyway, they ended up looking the movie up, and then they said, "Oh, hey, this other movie came up when we looked it up, and it was this Lake Michigan Monster." So I checked it out, and I was like, "Oh, this is made by the same people." I checked out a trailer on YouTube, and it's like, "Yep, I'm getting that." So that's when I went on Amazon and bought it. This version of the movie, or this release, I think it had a slipcover version when it first came out. Obviously, I didn't get that version, but oh well. If you didn't like Hundreds of Beavers, there's a very good chance you probably won't like this one. So, I guess if I was to give this movie a review score, I guess that's why we're all here, or all two of us. Oh boy, I'd give it 6.5 rolls of pink insulation out of 10. Like I say, it wasn't as strong as the Hundreds of Beavers movie. Like I say, I think they were just testing the waters. You know, it has those special effects that, if you liked Carol Zeman or some of the greats like George Méliès and all that old-timey special effects, it's got the same black and white aesthetic as the Hundreds of Beavers. So there you go. Hopefully this was short and sweet, and hopefully that joke didn't hurt anybody. So if you happen to have this movie or you've seen it, I can't imagine it not being free streaming somewhere. Let me know down in the comments section what you thought of it. Obviously, these movies aren't for everybody. You have to like this sort of thing, because like I said, even with Hundreds of Beavers, I saw people that were like, what was that? And then other people, oh, this is the greatest movie I ever saw. So, everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm just throwing it out there. I got it. So, until next time, when I have a completely different movie, hopefully completely different, thanks so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you soon. Thanks, and bye.